I think it's my whole journey, from my whole journey, I think my life and everything that I've learned and everything that I am as a person brought me to this, to start this. For example, to be more clear, I think I'm just being very rhetorical to say this, but for example, for Chori Beyond Borders specifically, is after I came here to do my undergrad, right? And then, this didn't start because I had the most perfect journey, but because I feel like I had the most imperfect journey. I was making so many mistakes left and right. And because of that, I had so much struggle just to kind of stay afloat in my whole undergrad journey. And then most of the time I would just be looking back and thinking, oh my God, had I not done this 2 years ago, or maybe some times ago, if only somebody had told me, Krishma, don't do this. Maybe for a scholarship, for example, Krishma, do this and then you'd get better scholarship. I felt my life could have been much more simpler. I could have made this route so much easier. I always had that. And then I think during my undergrad, all of it took a really big toll on me. I felt like I was not doing enough of how much I wanted to do and how much I thought I was capable of. And so many times we try to do everything on our own, right? But I think we have to be really humble with ourselves and realize that, having somebody guide you can be such a huge part in your life. Having someone just mentor. Exactly.
Mentors are very, very important in your life.
Yeah.
I agree.
Exactly. And, it's just not my thought, but I realized over time that it's a very collective thought that everyone can relate to. You can relate to it. I could relate to it. Everybody that I've talked to, a lot of people have been able to relate to it, especially in our Nepali society. I feel like, we, right now, especially in the diaspora, in the US also, it's something that's very important, but it was not addressed much. So it was about building a community. And I just realized something had to be done. And I knew after graduating, after I'd been in a slightly good position in my life, which meant I was a little away from, let's say, academic distress, just trying to do something. I would be in a stable enough position in my life. I was I want to do something, but then what would I do? Right. And then I think just in the thought process, I would be subconsciously thinking of things that I could do. And then it just clicked this one time. It just clicked. I was actually, I could just make something out of my journey.